guys, and welcome to episode 2 of 35 Years of Wrestlemania. Last time we did the road to Wrestlemania, and today we are going to do part 1 of Wrestlemania 1. So it was very interesting to get the backstory on how it all began, and now we're going to get into the very first Wrestlemania. So this is what we are going to be going through, basically this entire first and second page. So let's begin. So we have our huge main title, WrestleMania 1, Madison Square Garden, New York City, March 31st, 1985. The attendance was 19,121, and we basically had our announcers were Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse the Body Ventura. Our ring announcer was Howard Finkel. Locker room correspondent was Mean Gene Oakland and Lord Alfred Hayes. Special guest ring announcer for main event was Billy Martin. Special guest timekeeper was Liberace, not sure who that is. Special guest referee for main event was Muhammad Ali, and special guest for main event was the Rockets. So I just need to bring that closer because the names were just something else. Okay, cool. So we can get into this. So event card. So our main event was Hulk Hogan and Mr. T with Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Is this the actual results? Okay, cool. So these are the results of everything that happened. So the main event was Hulk Hogan and Mr. T with Jimmy Superfly Snuka, who defeats Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff with Cowboy Bob Orton. The women's championship match was Wendy Richter with Cyndi Lauper. They defeated Lalani Kai with Fabulous Moolah to become the new champion. The World Tag Team Championship match was Nikolai Volkov and Iron Sheik with Classy Freddie Blassie defeating Mike Rotundo. That one's a bit hard to pronounce. And Barry Windham with Captain Lou Albano to become new champions. The Intercontinental Championship match was the Junkyard Dog, who defeated Greg the Hammer Valentine with Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart. We had the Body Slam Challenge, which everyone basically knows with the first one. The second one was with Hulk Hogan, which is the more famous one. But we had the Body Slam Challenge, and this was Andre the Giant defeats Big John Studd with Bobby the Brain Heenan. Other matches, we had King Kong Bundy with Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart, who defeated SD Special Delivery Jones. Ricky Steamboat defeated Matt Bourne. David Sammartino with Bruno Sammartino versus Brutus Beefcake with Lucius Johnny Valiant went to a no contest. And Tito Santana defeated the Executioner. There is a quote from Linda McMahon which says, "We hawked everything we owned for WrestleMania." So now we have a picture of the WrestleMania poster with Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. And we have a new subtitle, and this is called The Strategy. So McMahon and his brain trust had just 2 months to create WWE's spectacular they envisioned. With the ground still shaking from the formation of the Rock and Roll Wrestling Connection, Hulkamania running wild and Brawl to the end, it's all success. McMahon recognized time was of the essence. To launch WWE into the stratosphere, he needed to where was I? I lost myself. Hold on. He needed to use the promoter's savvy that dated back to the days of his grandfather, Jess McMahon. McMahon knew fans were familiar with annual events. Many territories hosted yearly happenings, often billed as supercards, a collection of high-profile contests presenting famous rivalries, never before seen matches, and top attractions. By and large, they were marketed in the traditional NWA fashion of a legitimate sport, not entertainment. To realize his vision, Vince McMahon needed to implement a more diverse promotional approach, distinguishing WWE from other brands across the country. His signature was operating marketing and promoting WWE like an entertainment company whose primary focus was professional wrestling or sports entertainment. McMahon explains, "We didn't want to be pro wrestling like everybody else. How do we label this? How do we sell this? My dad was always more entertained oriented than most of the other promoters anyhow, hence the phrase sports in terms of athleticism and entertainment, because that's what we do." It was important to satisfy the loyal WWE fans, and McMahon was confident that Madison Square Garden would sell out. However, with the star-studded assembly of celebrities scheduled to illuminate the stage, it was crucial to entice the casual and prospective new fans. This event needed to be an exciting, accessible point of entry for people to get acquainted with the WWE product. Many wrestling purists derided the notion of including such heavy celebrity involvement. Even within WWE, some had difficulty accepting it. Then agent Gary Briscoe recalls, this is quoted, "I think the biggest resentment was not so much having them as part of WWE, but when you inserted them in the ring and told them, this is our business, this is what we do in there." That's the end of the quote. Many of the guys ask, "Why are you showing these people what we do in the ring?" "Because we work so very hard to keep what we do in the ring professional." So we have a picture now of Mean Gene Okerlund with Billy Martin. We have a picture with Muhammad Ali in the ring, dressed as the referee. And then we have a picture of Liberace, which says, "Liberace gave the sign poster to the McMahons as thanks for being invited to appear at WrestleMania." And then it shows the poster that he signed. Okay, we got two more titles to read. So this one is called The Celebrities. Billy Martin was the most famous for managing the New York Yankees, known as NYS#1. Martin's explosive personality immensely qualified him as guest ring announcer for WrestleMania's main event. As one of the early television first stars, Liberace optimized show business. Known as Mr. Showmanship, he combined piano prowess with the spectacle of live theater. Mr. T achieved pop culture status after his performance as Clubber Lang in Rocky III. Leading up to the WrestleMania, he was promoted as an ally of Hulk Hogan in the unwavering battle against Rowdy Roddy Piper, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, I think, and Cowboy Bob Orton. Muhammad Ali first formed a relationship with the McMahon family in the 1970s when Vince Sr. and his son promoted Ali's Boxer vs. Wrestler match. Vince McMahon believed that the man known as the greatest was the ultimate special guest referee to expand the appeal of WrestleMania. Okay, and we have another subtitle, and this is called Setting the Stage. The event's framework was taking shape, but the question was, would people buy a ticket to watch the event on closed circuit? Vince McMahon remembers, and this was quoted, "It wasn't cable TV as we know it today. It wasn't pay-per-view. It was in an arena with a giant television screen and a projector. It didn't work for the Indianapolis 500 and a number of other things. It was the biggest gamble I've ever been involved with. Who knew that WWE fans would pay their money in an arena and watch television?" And that's the end of the quote. So that is WrestleMania Part 1 done, guys. We will carry on with Part 2 next week Sunday, which will be the next 2 pages. And then Part 3 will carry on as well. and part 3 will be the final one, and then WrestleMania 2 will begin. So this is gonna go on for weeks and months and months and months. 250 pages. We're doing basically 2 front side pages to get it through. So let me show you guys all of the pictures that were on the 2 pages that we read. Alright guys, so this is what we've been reading. As you can see, it shows all of the announcers, the event card. We have the WrestleMania poster. Those are how the tickets looked. Over here we have, if I can just get this flash to calm down, we have the picture with Mean Gene Okerlund and Billy Martin. Over here we have the picture with Muhammad Ali as a special guest referee. And over here we have Liberace, who, as you can see, this was what they did at WrestleMania, and this was the signed poster he gave Vince McMahon. Hey, yeah, it is, guys. This is basically what we went through in today's video, and it was interesting knowing how it all began as well. So this was WrestleMania 1 part 1. I will continue with part 2 next week, Sunday. So thank you for watching this video on 35 years of WrestleMania. Do like, subscribe, comment, share, and if you're new, also subscribe to the channel. And once this book is done, we'll get to other books as well. Don't worry, this is gonna take us a while, maybe a few months, maybe longer, because we're doing a little at a time just to push out content with this Sunday book reading session. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.